Hey, Bus Bench Babes, Beth here doing a solo episode all about what you need to know to be a realtor and really manage the holiday season ahead. Let's dive in.
You're listening to the Girl Get Your Face Off a Bus Bench podcast, where we invite you to check your ego at the app, grab a cup of coffee, and get ready to dive into all things real estate marketing, social media, friendship, hardship, love, money mindset, and all the things that celebrate you as a badass boss babe.
We're here to encourage you, show up for you, give you a loving kick in the pants when you need it most, and be your soft place to land on the hardest of days. So pull up a seat at our table and get ready to be inspired and start living your best life by design.
Welcome to the Girl Get Your Face Off a Bus Bench podcast. We are so excited you're here.
Okay, girls, let's dive in. Hey, Bus Bench Babes, it's Beth, and I'm doing a solo episode, and it's all about being a realtor, managing the holidays, managing clients, and how to really not lose your sanity and lose your shit during this time of year. So I think this is something that's really important. And with the holidays right around the corner, I think this is a good and important conversation for us to have here today. So let's just talk about it. Let's be honest. A lot of real estate agents sort of take a big old snooze and take a big old nap from Halloween till the end of the year. There are so many events happening, and I feel like this is even going to be even more important this year versus last year, because the world is opening back up and people are celebrating and getting together with other people. And I think this is going to be one of those years that people are going to be like, yeah, let's go out and live our best holiday cocktail party life. And at the same time, you can't let your business just go by the wayside and not be taking care of clients, because they probably need more hand-holding this time of year more than ever. So if you think about real estate as a 90-day cycle of putting people into your pipeline and then showing them houses or getting their house listed, either a buyer or a seller, and then getting them under contract and then getting them to the closing table when you're getting a paycheck, you have to think about that as a 90-day cycle. So we're in Q4 of 2021. And what happens in Q4 is going to affect your paycheck and your outcome of Q1 of 2022. So your first quarter of 2022 is going to be a direct result of what you did or did not do in the end of 2021. Does this make sense? I sure hope that it does. I don't think I looked at my real estate business quite like this when I was younger and greener in my career. But this really is, you see this all the time in real estate, where a lot of agents really struggle the first quarter of the year. And it's generally because they were not diligent and they didn't stay steady with lead generating, cultivating the client, really working. Let's just be honest. Let's call a spade a spade. Let's just be honest. A lot of agents just freaking slacked the fourth quarter of the year. And then they're shocked and surprised every single year when they're like, well, I don't have a paycheck in January, February, and March. You don't have a paycheck because you were not being diligent and actually treating your business like a business all year around. So yeah, who doesn't love a good cocktail party? Who doesn't love hanging out with clients and socializing and, going to real estate parties and this and that? Who doesn't love that? I love a good cocktail party, so don't get me wrong there. But you also need to be taking care of your client. I think now more than ever, the holidays really can be super stressful for people. They can be the most dreaded time of the year for a lot of people. And I think you need to be touching your clients and checking in on them more than ever, not less because you're oh, it's the holidays, I don't want to bother them. It's that time of year when you have the best reasons and excuses to reach out to people. You know, a lot of times I will hear realtor friends say like, oh, I just hate picking up the phone and calling my clients. I don't really know what to say to them. Perfect. This time of year is perfect for that. In Thanksgiving, you call them and say, well, here's what our team did. We did an apple orchard event in October. So doing some sort of apple orchard, come and pick out your pumpkin, something like that in October is a great touch point for your clients. And having them show up or not show up to your event is really not what it's all about. Being able to invite them and having a touch point with your client is really what scheduling and hosting events is all about. I heard a realtor one time say, and I just was like, oh, I was always of the school of thought that I would be really bummed out when I would plan a real estate event and it didn't have a good turnout. And I'd be like, oh, I failed so miserably at this. And I had a real estate mentor one time say, she's like, when I host an event, I almost hope that people don't show up in droves because then the event's going to cost me more money. She goes, even if a smaller group shows up, I'm going to have more intimate conversations with that group. And the event's going to cost me less because I get to pay for like less food or beverages or whatever. And then I can call everyone that didn't make the event and say, oh my gosh, we had such a great time. You know, Bob and Sue, we really missed you and I hope you can make the next event. And I never framed it like that in my mind. And once I started framing it like that, I'm like, oh yeah, that's genius. So that was a total sidebar. So if you have an event, you know, reaching out ahead of time to invite them, reaching out on social media to invite them as a reminder, they'd come to your event, then you always send a thank you note after the event. Your clients don't come to the event. It's a great time to either shoot them a text or pick up the phone and say, oh my gosh, we missed you. Hope you can make it to the next event. So scheduling events is such a great way to be able to have multiple touch points with your clients. And they're like, oh my gosh, like Beth really cares about me. Like she is really like on the ball here, you know, inviting me to her apple orchard event and what a fun day. So that's a great thing to do in the fall. November, really, the minute November hits, everything that's on everyone's mind is all about gratitude. Like people are always posting on social media, like the gratitude challenges where you're posting something every single day for the month that you're thankful for. So it's so easy to pick up the phone in November and say, hey, Bob and Sue, I am so thankful for you. I'm thankful that our paths crossed. I'm so thankful that I was able to help you sell your home and get you into your downsized home. I just wanted to let you know how thankful I am for you. You're not asking them for anything. You don't need anything from them. You don't have to be salesy in the least. You are literally calling, texting, sending a video message, and just telling people how much you're thankful for them. Like really, that couldn't get easier. And then at Christmas time, our team this year is going to be doing baking, and we've got some good things in the works. But like, what are you going to do for the holidays to really show your clients, past and present and future clients, how much you care and love about them? It doesn't have to be anything big. And in fact, it doesn't even need to be a gift, but just sending like a Christmas card, a note, a video, a message, a phone call. People want to hear from you. People want to know that you're thinking about them. It just makes them feel really special. And you never know that day when you're going to pick up the phone call. You're going to pick up the phone and you're going to make a call to someone that's like, oh my gosh, like I just really needed to hear from a friendly face. And thank you so much for the phone call. Think about those people that maybe don't have a bunch of people calling them during the holidays. Maybe they are estranged from family. Maybe they just don't have a huge social network. That's going to be something really important for you to be reaching out to them, especially. So gift giving, let's talk about that a bit. Make sure it's really on brand and it really speaks to you as an agent. I did really beautiful Christmas wreaths last year, and they were a humongous hit with past clients. And it was so much fun. You know, we were during COVID. You know, we were still having like COVID lifestyle. So driving around town and putting them on people's doorstep, or I would text and say, hey, are you home? And they would, then people are like, oh my gosh, we've missed seeing you this year. And believe you me, I miss seeing them as well. So something like that was very inexpensive. And the bang that I got for the buck was priceless. Let's just say priceless. There's a lot of emotional energy happening during the holidays. So if you can be like that calm and that voice of reason, especially like thinking about those deals that you have going on where you're in the middle of a transaction and someone needs to figure out how they're going to pack up their house, move, do all of this, deal with kids and holidays and family and sports and everything that a lot of people have in play at all times. And then you're going to mix selling and buying a new house into the mix of that. Like, you need to be the voice of reason, and you need to be that calm, soothing energy for your clients where they know, okay, like Beth's got this handled. We're good. So I encourage you to be that as well. If you're anything like me and your past few years have just been really busy and you're feeling a little bit like threadbare and worn and let's just call it what it is, like tired, you also need to factor that in to your holiday plans and how you're going to care for your clients and also care for yourself at the same time. It's not always easy to do. I think a lot of salespeople that are always like on and that really get rejuvenated from helping other people, sometimes helping yourself is the hardest thing to do. But I'm going to really encourage all of you realtor friends listening to this podcast that you also need to take time for your family, for yourself. Make sure that you are not spreading yourself so thin that you get yourself sick, God forbid, and then have just a horrible holiday season. So it's really about finding that balance of making sure clients are taken care of, making sure that you are consistently lead generating and networking and building your pipeline for the first quarter of the next year and like 2022. And at the same time, you're not missing out on all the moments and the special things that are happening in your own four walls. So it's all about the balance. Clients want to hear from you. Clients that you currently have in the pipeline, now is not the time to go radio silent on them. They need communication and they need to hear from you more than ever. You have so many awesome excuses and reasons to pick up the phone and wish people happy holidays, tell them how thankful you are for them, and at the same time, finding that perfect balance where you get to enjoy the holidays and spend time with people that you love or not. or not. Like that's up to you if you want to have quiet holidays at home. So I'm just going to encourage you this holiday season, push yourself out of your comfort zone. If you've been that realtor over the years where you're like, I'm just going to kind of like lay low and ride out the holiday season and just kind of give myself a break, I'm going to encourage you to not do that this year. I'm going to encourage you to really make those extra special touches to make your clients really, really feel loved. They want to hear from you. I promise you they do. And set your Q1 up for success this year. The market is shifting. There's a lot of great talking points to talk about with clients. There's a lot of people on the fence, but inventory is getting a little bit better in most parts of the country. There's less multiple offers out there right now. Interest rates are still really low. So help the people that want to be helped. And at the same time, take good care of yourself. Because I'm sure if you're anything like our team, you've worked hard for the last few years and you deserve to be able to spend some quality time with your family too. So I hope you enjoy your holidays and I'm grateful for you. And I'm so excited to see what 2022 has in store for you and your business. If you ever need a chat, you know where to find me. Reach out on the Bus Bench Babes and DM me, and I would love to have a chat with you. But until next time, enjoy your holidays. Keep your face off a bus bench and keep being a badass boss babe that you are.
Okay, girls, are you feeling as inspired as we are? We're over here cheering you on because you just finished another episode of the Girl, Get Your Face Off a Bus Bench podcast.
If you want more, head over to girlgetyourfaceoffabusbench.com for show notes and more episodes. And don't forget to subscribe and leave us a 5-star review. They mean the world to us, and they're what keep us going.
Girl, thanks for being here.